All right, welcome to round 2 of the Saturday afternoon stream. This is November 14th. It's 2:18 p.m. The temperature is 7 or 8 degrees Celsius, and all the protests have cleared out of Dundas Square here. There was a trio of protests earlier today. I believe everything has headed south down Queen Street, or Yonge Street rather, to Queen Street. There was a very large police presence here not too long ago, and a very big crowd. And I had started up a stream, and we got up to, I think, 99 viewers, but my software wasn't working properly, so I killed it and I restarted, and everything seems to be good now. I'm just not seeing anyone popping up in the chat as of yet. I don't blame them after that last false stream. Sure, let me check my phone to see if we are working as usual here. But we got 2 people now in the stream. Sometimes you have to manually enable the chat. Oh, there we go. Kali 23DZ. Alex, we run it up. We've got all of 3 people watching now. Sorry about the false start on the last one. But I'm probably not going to hang around this area too long. We're going to start moving somewhere else. We've been here quite a bit lately. And maybe if I stream tomorrow, I'll have to come up a more creative spot. Khalil and Alex, can you guys let me know how the quality is looking right now? Do we have a good picture and sound? It says I'm using 5G right now, so it should be good. Hey look, we have some kind of rap shoot. Someone's making their professional debut. That guy ever becomes famous. We'll have witnessed the start of something, I guess. Here, let me just pull something up on my phone here. What's up, Robert? These are kind of quiet today. Maybe everyone's sick of all my streams. It doesn't seem to have put the thumbnail that I chose on here. That kind of sucks.
Did they start marching or what?
It was here like maybe 20 minutes ago.
So how come these guys are still here?
I have no idea.
It's weird, right?
I just stumbled into it.
Oh, did you? It's every Saturday at noon, right?
I think so.
Yeah, no, it is.
Alright, thanks. What's up, Dory Sandbox? Eleanor Dickey? Alright, let's head over this way. Where are you planning on walking today? I don't know yet, Nathan. There were like 3 different pretty large protests going on right here about half an hour ago. And I was finishing up recording a video I'm going to post hopefully tomorrow morning. I wasn't going to live stream, but I had my gear on me, and I thought it might be interesting to catch some of those protests. And then I had a misfire on my first stream, and by the time I got it set up, the party is over. I just want to try to fix one thing, guys. I'm just going to put the camera down for a second. Sorry for the kind of slow, tepid pace to this one. What's up, Mark? What's up, Ilya? Just give me 1 minute, guys. Hopefully that gives you a view of something. All right, I think we're good. You getting a walk today, O'Brien? I think so. I'm kind of curious because I'm using a new provider, and my old provider would always crap out when I got to a certain part of Church Street. So maybe we should tempt fate and head along that way. I'll be avoiding the protests now, I guess. If you want to see those, tune into the channel tomorrow morning. Good afternoon, Jenny. Dory's Sandbox has never been to Toronto. Can I ask what is your bit rate? In my car, I think 5,000 or 6,000. I'm using max quality settings right now on Prism, and it's set to adaptive bitrate. So it should be changing. I'm going to take my mask off. We're out of the crowd. It should be changing as it allows. I'll just let this car turn here. And we will head to the other side of the street. Did you get home okay? I did. If I can flip that around. See, I'm not too tired. I got about 2 hours of sleep last night. Jenny, quiet. Place was a madhouse about 30 minutes ago. It was insane how busy it was. But it's certainly quieted down a bit. O'Brien, here since 19.4. You remember that? How was the weather, Emily? It's cool. My bit rate 11, 14, 83. Ooh, I got you by 3 years. 3 years and about a week. Are you using a phone? I am. I actually have 3 phones on me right now. The phone I'm using is a Galaxy S20. Rotis to go, the taste of India. It's kind of a neat shot. Today, Toronto is in what they're calling the red zone. So that means people should only be out for essential purposes, such as live streaming walks throughout the city and getting necessary medical treatment. Those are pretty much the only 2 reasons you should be allowed out of your house. Sunny day, yes, it's certainly gotten a bit cooler though. It was kind of almost, I don't want to say warm, but my hands were a lot warmer an hour or so ago when I started to record. Is this it? Hokkaido Ramen Santuka? Gidget says to be careful. I don't think there's much to worry about that. We are on the east side of town again. This is Dundas Street East. The Bond Place Hotel on the opposite side. '83 baby here, Capricorn. Why did I say Capricorn? Happy Diwali, Mark. A lot of people were saying that yesterday. Is that the whole weekend, Diwali? You're welcome, John Marvin Burt. There's a look north up Church Street. I'm tempted to go around Church and Carlton because on my last provider, my streams would always die when I got there. So I kind of want to tempt fate and see if this one can hang on to it. What is with people wearing shorts this late in the year? I don't know, maybe it's got something to do with this being Canada. If you go to Florida in November, people are wearing sweaters. You can definitely pick out the Canadians. Thank you, Susan. Dalhousie Street. Let's go up this way. I've never been up this street on this channel. Let's see what there is to see up here. Although that's a pretty nice view of the skyline, minus all the really tall buildings. Patios are packed on King and Queen, apparently. I would suspect that to be the case, Susan. Dory's Sandbox, $5 super chat. Thank you, Dory's Sandbox. I don't know why we chose to walk down this street. There's absolutely nothing of interest down there. Let's, I'd rather go down Frank Natal Lane. Are you saying Frank Natal Lane on Dundas Street East is not the safest place to be, Lisa Hogg? I would say these downtown east side laneways are pretty much the safest place on planet Earth. It's hard to get much safer than this. Alvaro, you're very welcome. It looks like downtown Bangkok. Does Bangkok have a downtown? I've been all over Bangkok and I couldn't tell you which part would be downtown. Sukhumvit? Incorrectly called Sukhumvit by a lot of people. Hey, there's a big patio up there, but there's nobody on it. Dory's, you've got the Osmo Pocket 2. That's excellent. We are in between Jarvis and King Street. Are you a Maple Leafs fan? Not really. Jazzy says I'm live. I said earlier I wanted to go to church and Carlton, but I kind of want to go south down to the Esplanade right now. Hello, Yusuki from Japan. Leith Ryerson occupies a very large space in this area. Good day, Ravi. Toronto Raptors, Toronto Maple Leafs. You're missing a few teams, Mark. Maybe we should go down to Sherburne and then go south. This is Jarvis and Dundas. Or Dundas. I think Dundas is becoming a bad word these days. And this would be my third stream within 24 hours. It's a new record. Thanks, Jazzy. Greetings in New Brunswick, Lucy. Yeah, this is the definition of a corner that skipped gentrification and just went to full-scale madness. Yusuki, there still are, unfortunately, a lot of homeless people in this area. There's a look south down Jarvis. New York. Sorry if it's hard to keep up. Andrew Yang. Wow, the U.S. politician Andrew Yang. Don't you work for CNN now? He was all in favor of universal basic income. Alman, thank you. Although a lot of people would say that this part of Toronto is not the prettiest. Thank you, Daria. Have a great Diwali yourself. There is Fillmore's. Hotel open, bar closed. Darn you, COVID-19 again. You're not that Andrew Yang. Here is George Street. I've streamed down George Street. Marion, of course I'm alright. Just like that song in Groundhog Day, which I'm not going to sing. There's the look west down Dundas. We'll just watch that streetcar go by. Suprab. I almost got hit by a Uber Eats cyclist today. He went right through a stop sign. I asked him if he knew that he ran a stop sign, and he said he didn't see me, but obviously he didn't address my question. Florin, that's correct. It's 7 degrees Celsius and whatever the heck that is in Fahrenheit. Well, it looks like we're being guided into a very tight spot right here. And my car chimes in 44 degrees Fahrenheit in the not so logical units of measurement. I'm sure our US viewers will appreciate that. I always like watching people, when I walk by, their eyeballs look down at the phone. They're wondering what the heck I'm doing. There are some gorgeous homes hidden down some of these streets. Thank you, O'Brien. Thank you, Leith. I'm trying to decide if I need to keep my TELUS SIM card or not. So that's one of the reasons behind all this extra streaming lately. I'm evaluating this new provider. Susan, buffering a bit. Can anyone else confirm if the stream has been buffering? I hope it's not. Dory's Sandbox, superb. So it might just be on your end, Susan, unfortunately. Someone said to hang a left here, but I'm kind of going to hang a right, and we're going to go down and check out the Esplanade. Partially because you're with Robbers. I'm also using Robbers, Susan. Hey. I like how what a beautiful corner. Yeah, I'm surprised there's not too many local artists sitting up here with a beautiful painting. This place shady. A little bit King Tut. We're gonna cruise south. This might not be the best idea, heading towards Queen and Sherburne with this stupid thing in my hand. There's a famous basketball court on the Esplanade. Leith says this is the Crackhead Street. Lisa, there is, but I don't discriminate. I show all of Toronto. I think I probably spend too much time focusing on the prettier spots. It's always good to come out and see all of it. And Sherburne is one of the major streets downtown. What was that, Mark? Did you eat? I had a big breakfast and I'm going to have a big dinner. All right, Chris, well, we're gonna go check out the Esplanade. It shouldn't be too long. Although it looks like there's a big crowd of people to navigate at everyone's favorite intersection in Toronto. Do walking tours in Hamilton. I haven't, Dory's. So if I missed some of your chats, we're now at the point where it goes a little faster. Geez, this wind has picked up. It was not like this earlier. Let's just let these fine folks get off the bus here. I'm hoping for your live stream during the next snowstorm. I will definitely stream during a snowstorm at some point. Thank you, Octay. Will we see a ramen restaurant? Yusuki. We walked by a Hokkaido ramen earlier. I'm not so sure. I want to go right down Sherburne Street right here. This might not be the smartest place. I would have no problems doing that with my Osmo Pocket, but with this much bigger rig, this doesn't seem like the smartest idea in the world, but who knows? Let's take a look at your mic is good though. Thanks, Dories. I'm just using the camera's internal mic, but I did put wind muffs on it. This is the danger zone. Go Jarvis. Yeah, we're gonna walk back over to Jarvis. I don't want to disrupt all these cute pigeons though. Or I could go east a block. Let's just go east. I'll loop around this way. It's all good. But there's certainly a lot of fun times to be had just south of here. Are you close to David Crombie Park? We'll be walking right by David Crombie Park. But down on the Esplanade, maybe I'll show you guys where I used to live. That would be kind of interesting. It's down on the Esplanade. Dylan Reynolds. Dylan, how are you doing, my son? Thank you, Lucy. Hopefully the streams from now on will look much better. Esplanade was a great place. I think it still is. It's now home to the St. Lawrence Northern Market, which is weird, but that's temporary. Dave's got 911 ready. The problem is I don't think they'll be able to respond in time. Is Toronto going to have the Christmas market? Unfortunately, the answer to that will be a big fat no. Dylan Reynolds says he's fine with showing him where I lived. Can I cut down this alleyway here to Queen Street? No, I can't. Distillery just put up their tree. All right, should we go to the distillery, Susan, and then walk along the Esplanade? That sounds like a plan for the rest of this walk. We'll get to see a very nice part of Toronto. I probably should have picked some streets like this to come down. No, but I can go through the parking lot. Susan says, whatever floats my boat. All right, so here's the plan. We're gonna go for a stroll through the Distillery District, down the Esplanade. We're gonna duck down a street called Longboat Avenue because I want to check out a house I used to live in. And then I'm gonna boot through the Esplanade, and maybe then we'll just turn this thing off and I'll go home. These are the Moss Park apartments. This is kind of a large subsidized housing development. Oh, we can go right through here. Let's go through here. I have never been through here, folks. This is neat. Going right through the Moss Park apartment complex. How's the temperature right now, Andrew Yang? It's about 7. Harley, any advice for someone moving here? That's a bit hard for me to weigh in on without knowing your specifics. Troy cuts through here all the time. What the heck happened here? A tree blew up and a bench blew over. JR Bjornsson says I must have an epic data plan. All right, let's go take a peek at Kim's Convenience. I think I want to keep cutting through this parking lot though. Susan says we're buffering. Can anyone else confirm if we're buffering or not? Guys, is it just Susan or is anyone else experiencing that? People are saying no buffer, Susan. And the stream quality, has it dipped? Are we Minecrafting or is it still nice and crisp? Greetings in the Philippines. Christian says, great connection. Here's Kim's Convenience. All right, Susan, I don't know what to tell you. I am using two providers for this connection. I have Rogers as my primary provider, and I have Freedom as my backup provider. So what happens is if Rogers starts to wane, my software will switch over to Freedom automatically. I also have the option of using Telus as a backup provider, but I'm kind of going with the Rogers and Freedom combo because I think that might be the permanent solution. That way I don't have to have three phones. Was the show shot from that location? No, it's not. That's just the exterior for the show. I think it's on Netflix for Americans. Alright, so we are on Queen East, and this is Ontario Street coming up. I can't recall having recorded down Ontario Street on one of these before. Are you a Canadian journalist? No. Ontario Street doesn't seem to have anything to offer us, so we're going to keep on Queen here. Handsome Hulk says, hi Johnny, where are you, bro? We're on Queen East, across from the Moss Park Apartments. And we're going to head south just up ahead here, down to the Distillery. Where's the beer store? You don't need a beer store. A lot of supermarkets have beer. Any LCBO has beer. We can go down to one of the craft breweries and buy a beer from them directly. There's the Mill Street in Distillery. Wine rack is open. Yeah, you can get ciders in the wine rack. Are you going to try to make that gorgeous sunset on front again while you're down there? Sunset? I'm going to have to be out here for quite a while to catch the sunset. That will be around 5 p.m. and it won't actually look really stunning until about 5:15. Dylan Reynolds used to live in Toronto until he moved to Pickering. That's interesting, Dylan Reynolds. We'll just stay away from that guy. Alright, so maybe at Parliament we'll swing south here. Amadei Spice Market. Why streets seem to be quiet. Actually, today is the first day of the red zone, and people are only supposed to go out for essential purposes. So most people you see out are actually being bad and breaking the rules, yours truly included. In case you're a police officer, you might as well walk up to River Street. Are we gonna go to River Street? Do I have time to go to River Street? I have time. I have to be home maybe around 4:30. So I have a bit of time to wander around here. And that's true if we're going to cut through the Distillery District. River Street makes sense. Which area Drake lives. He has a very big mansion in the bridle path. People might stare at you if you don't wear a mask. Not outside. Although I think Drake actually lives in LA. But he's got a big ass house in the bridle path. You know what, let's just go south here. We don't have to go all the way to River Street. Did you film a video for tomorrow already? Asks Claudia. I did that just before this one. Although I don't know if I'll have time to edit it. That's okay. What I don't have is a video for Monday. I appreciate that you're worrying about my upload schedule. Hey, we got a dog park just up ahead. Oh, so Drake is in Toronto. That's neat. This is Richmond Street East. Let's go walk on the side of the dog park. What do you edit on? I edit on a computer. Whoa, that car was indicating. She was indicating her turn, and then she just changed her mind and decided to go straight. That was nice of her. Did you guys see that? Saw a famous director yesterday, Norman Jewison. How often do you do your walking? Probably about twice a day, Yusuki. Dogs in the park. Wow, that's a big Doberman. And a call. Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the biggest I've ever seen.
It looks friendly.
That's a gorgeous dog. Because they don't crop the ears anymore, eh?
Oh, it's illegal now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I heard Marcus Stroman did that to his.
Yeah.
Superb, I agree with you. All right, let's...
That's the thing, as long as you train the dog to be gentle and nice.
It's never the dog's fault, it's always the owner's fault.
Exactly.
You have stupid people, not stupid. They're animals, they don't know.
Exactly. they only learn that you come to teach them. But your best friend, so you need them as your best friend.
Yep.
Pretty cool. With its own agenda. Don't really give a shit.
We-
Everything but yourself.
I don't care what people think, just be considerate of other people, right? All right, guys, so where are we going? We're going to Distillery District.
This is what it's all about now.
So we're gonna go. All right, have a nice day, sir. That was the interesting guy to have a conversation with, but very friendly. Kept his distance, dropped a few F-bombs. Good afternoon, Lewin. Filming is legal in a public place. Did someone say filming is not legal? I had some dummy in the comments telling me I shouldn't be recording people without their permission, and I basically had to tell them to F off. Sorry to hear about that, Bob. Losing one person is too many, right? And we've arrived at King Street East. Basically, a good rule of thumb is if you don't want to draw attention to yourself in public and be recorded, then don't do anything that would warrant people recording you specifically. Like if you're just a bystander in the background of some idiot streamer's YouTube video, who cares, right? Hey, it's Trinity Street. I just came down here in a video not too long ago. Let's keep going east. Or not, I'm very indecisive. I'm just trying to stay on the other side of the street from this dog walker. Are you in Montreal? Have you seen the title of this live stream? Thank you, JR. This is the Enoch Turner Schoolhouse. I filmed a walk down here like 2 days ago. I had never recorded on this street before, and here we are in back-to-back days, although this one will be different because we will keep going south here. Whereas not clearly, but in my other videos I turned down Front Street, which is just up ahead. Someone asked if it's been snowing a lot lately. David 85, you love the city and the videos, thank you. Can you visit Banksy wall art near Sony Yusuke? If you stay tuned to the stream, we will go by that Banksy art. I don't know when I will get there, but at some point I will be going right by that art you're talking about. We will not be going down to Queens Quay. I need to end it at a subway station. Are the restaurants in TO still closed? Yes, they are. Unfortunately, they were supposed to open on November 14th, and a lot of restaurants got their employees ready and stocked their refrigerators and freezers with a lot of expensive products, and then they were told they can't open. So they got royally screwed by the province of Ontario. Actually, it was the city of Toronto who said they can't open. They're allowed to be open as per the province, but the city is seeing to it that they can't. It's a really, really sad and unfortunate situation for a lot of small business owners right now. They're just taking it up the you-know-what. Greetings, fan in Vietnam. Hey, Joven or Joven. You're welcome, DC. I try to reply to questions whenever they come up, but sometimes the streams get a bit too crazy. Good afternoon, James B. and John Toth or Toth. Are you in Corktown? You could consider this Corktown. And that would be the Canary District off in the distance. If I was running things, I would probably lock down all the restaurants from dine-in customers too, but I would also figure out a way to freeze their rents and delay mortgage payments from their landlords. That would get super messy and super complicated, so I probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I think it's ridiculous that people are losing their businesses for something that they completely couldn't control. A lot of them, you know, had their rainy day money. They had their 6 months of costs and expenditures in the bank, and they've burned through it all. And now they're at the point where they're going out of business. Are we there yet? We are almost at the Distillery District. That is straight ahead. There must be something very essential going on straight ahead, as we should only be out for essential purposes. There's actually a pretty good sized crowd up ahead. I'm going to err on the side of caution and just keep my distance from everyone. Johnny Strides, are you planning to do a walking video in the path? I don't know, Dylan. You asked me that in the comments, and I believe I responded to that, and now you're asking me again. All right, we're gonna hit some copyrighted music for sure in here. This isn't good. Oh, it's just this restaurant? That's good. Okay, let me just mute this quickly. Alright guys, this music is going to drive me nuts here because we're going to get copyright busted. So I'm just going to turn the music off again, or turn the sound off again. Okay, I seem to have found a reprieve from that annoying music. Lisa, you're correct. There are some good restaurants in this area. Leith Squires, that is not correct. If there is more than 6 or 7 seconds of a song, I will get busted and they will steal the monetization on the video. That's just the way the world works, unfortunately. If you watch any of Action Kid's live streams, you'll notice he is quick to hit the mute button whenever he walks by commercial music. So sorry we couldn't wander through that area a bit more. They should find out where the coronavirus is coming from. I think where it came from is kind of moot at this point. Probably a lab somewhere. Ooh, conspiracy theories. Let's not go down that road. Thanks, Mark. Now we are heading through the western part. Buy some more beautiful copyrighted music. Alright, I think we're far enough away. What's funny is my walk today was just supposed to be a regular walk through Toronto, kind of a typical route I've done a million times, and I ended up going by a giant anti-CCP virus protest. Normally they're out on Saturdays, but this was an enormous protest. So I think that's going to be a different video tomorrow. I'll have to be careful how I title it. If I put anything like that in the title, YouTube won't promote it. It doesn't like certain topics. Maybe they're trying to appease to certain foreign governments. It's certainly very likely, given Google's history of kowtowing. But we're just here to walk around the city and check it out, right? Spread joy, not germs. Wear a mask. Welcome to the Winter Village. So there is no Christmas market, but there is something. Troy, Google would never do such a thing. No, of course not. They're not trying to get into that market, which they have been excluded from. Why would they try to get into one of the biggest markets in the world? Yeah, at first when I put pandemic in the titles of my videos, it seemed to do well, and then at a certain point that was like a death sentence almost. Videos with that word wouldn't do well at all. It's a wide angle look at the distillery. Cute dog park on the west side. Alright, we're now going to walk directly towards the sun. This is always a good idea when you're recording a video. Pretty sure this is the one thing you're not supposed to do. But I'm not claiming to know what I'm doing. Hopefully the sun's not giving too harsh of a glare for you guys. That's correct, Susan. I did a video on a protest in front of the Chinese consulate last year. And my videos normally, at that time, would get about 400 or 500 views on the first day, and this one got like 60. The old YouTube algorithm just wanted nothing to do with it. Hey, this is neat. I knew they were in this area, but I didn't know this was actually the site of the first Parliament buildings of Upper Canada. Oh, I got a message. I can answer that later. We are going to head down to where Johnny Strides used to live. What happened to Dylan Reynolds? Mark Lang, large number of steps today. Let's see where we're at. I don't know if this will... 20,786 as the phone focus pumps like crazy on it. we're heading down to the first place I lived in downtown Toronto. I rented a 3-bedroom house with a couple of good friends from high school. We decided to give up suburban life and come down here. $20K steps. Today is going to be closer to 30, 35 when all is said and done. What's kind of stupid is I got to come right back down to this area. I got to go home to Yonge and Eglinton where they're brilliantly running shuttle buses. Where did you live before moving to downtown? I actually grew up in Port Credit, Troy Donaldson. Reckinsville, Dylan Reynolds? Do you mean Roncesvalles? I don't know what the heck Reckinsville is. That's neat, Monica. There's the Caroline Co-op. This is Longboat Avenue. I don't know if I should give out the specific number of the house I lived in. But my share of the rent, which was, there was 3 bedrooms. There was like a master bedroom, which was kind of big. Then there was like a regular sized bedroom, and then there was a tiny bedroom. I had the medium bedroom, and I paid $7.50 a month. High fiver. Thank you for the super chat, high fiver. $5. Very much appreciated. I lived at 59 Longboat Avenue, and all 3 of us had cars. So one guy got the garage space in the back, and 2 of us had to have parking permits. One of your favorite views of downtown is from behind the archway there. Just south of here, you get a killer view of downtown, especially if you've taken the bike path. I think we paid around $2,400 a month for a 3-bedroom townhouse. This is back in the early to mid 2000s, I think around 2004, 2005. Man, that sun glare. Let me go to the other side of the street. Hey, there's 51 Longboat. There it is. Wow, they've done it all up. This is where I used to live, folks. There's actually 2 apartments. There's an apartment on the top floor, and this is the main floor. There's a kitchen and living room, and then there's 3 bedrooms on the second floor. So this is where my first downtown Toronto living was. And back at that time, there was no Uber or Lyft, so we'd often go drinking downtown and just walk up Shavit all the way back home sometime in the morning from wherever we ended up. Maybe that's a TMI. Does this feel nostalgic? No, it's kind of neat though. I think nostalgic would be seeing like homes where you grew up. I was here for a few years, Troy, and then I moved to Christie. I moved to a house on Pendrith, which is right around the corner from Christie Station. So this is how you became Johnny Stumbles. No, I was Johnny Stumbles long before that. Here's the back alley we used to park. It's kind of pretty back here. So we were in one of these garages. And you get the CN Tower straight ahead. Johnny Strides, when did you move back to Toronto? I moved back to Toronto, Dylan. You need to work on your grammar, buddy. When I was I can be hard on Dylan. He's my son. When I moved back from Korea, I used to teach English there for 5 years. Is this Jane and Finch? Exactly, Stephen. Johan says hi, everyone. Hey, a squirrel. Where'd that squirrel go? Come on, squirrel. Were you a teacher? I was. I came back in 2012, 2013, sometime around then. I got a place up in St. Clair West, and I lived there for a little under a year, and then I moved to Yonge and Eglinton, and that's where I've been since. Man, if we just kept that 3-bedroom house with the way things work, we would have been laughing. About Alex, keep some water or juice bottle with you for you're constantly walking. Well, that would make me constantly peeing now, would it? Do you ever think about moving back downtown, Brad? No, just because where I am now is an older building, and it's a really well run and managed building, and I have rent control. So I pay so little money for such a decent sized unit. I can't imagine ever wanting to leave unless, you know, I got married or my channel got 4 million subscribers. Even if this channel became so big that I was ridiculously rich, I would keep that apartment and use it as a studio. Studio for what? I don't know. But I just never want to give it up. But this is in the St. Lawrence neighborhood, and that's the Esplanade straight ahead, and just beyond that is Front Street. Johnny Strides, were you living in Toronto when the ice storms happened? Yes, I was, Dylan. What's the monthly rent? That wouldn't be a question for me. Can you wish Sanj Hayu? All right. There was a snowstorm of 99. There was when was the blackout? 2004? 2005? I remember working at a TD during the blackout. And there was the big ice storm where Mel Lastman called in the army. So we're about to get a phenomenal view of the skyline. Although the widescreen here that's freaky. Whoa, my hand is like almost completely to the side. And that picks it up. I know that's what you guys want. What time is it? 3:23? There's your idiot host. In 1984, the rent was $450 a year. $450 a year? Oh, that's for a newsstand. This is Princess Street. I remember telling people I live just off of Princess Street. Maybe we'll take the widescreen off. Are you getting a cold? No, I am not getting a cold. I hope. How is anyone supposed to make a living? I look so cold. I'm actually not. I had like 2 hours of sleep last night. So maybe that's it. Oh, come on, squirrel. Any chance you could do a walk around Liberty Village? I did a video through there, I think about 2 months ago, but I will go back and do a live stream through Liberty Village. Does that sound good? I don't know when. But we'll do a Liberty Village live stream at some point in the sort of near future. Maybe tomorrow. Probably not. I'm probably going to want to take much of tomorrow off. Oh man, we got this nasty sun glare right now. And there's a buttload of people on that side of the street. Let's see if I can get away from all that craziness. Alex, I did. It's amazing what having a 100 gigabyte data plan will do for your streaming. Does Toronto have a zoo? We do. There's a zoo in High Park, and then there's a big zoo out in Scarborough. You could also consider Queen's Park and City Hall to be zoos. Any chance of a road trip to Ottawa? Perhaps. I did just notice a walking channel called Ottawa Walks. So if you're interested in that, I would check that out. Dylan Reynolds. Where was I? I don't remember where I was when the blackout happened, but I remember I was currently working at a TD Bank at the time in one of their Etobicoke offices, and we had to go to like some backup emergency center. All right, let's go to the other side and walk along the park. That glare doesn't seem to be an issue. So for whoever was asking about David Crombie Park, we are here. There is former Mayor David Crombie's park, I guess. This is kind of a stunning view right now. The L Tower is blocking the CN Tower. That's a bit of a shame. Troy, I did not know that. That's neat. Dylan Reynolds was born in 2003. So how old does that make you, Dylan? You're 16? That's true, Janice. Thanks for pointing that out. Sorry, Jenny. I was not aware that Dylan Reynolds was my son until a few nights ago. How do you like this walking directly into the sunwalk? I think if I walk along the school here... Ah, there we go. I just had to find the magic spot away from the damn sun. Yasuki Art Room, great composito. This is kind of a nice view. This is the St. Michael Catholic School. I agree, Carlos. I might have to single this out and change the thumbnail to be a view from here. That wouldn't be until I get home. Uh-oh, someone lost a balloon. Would it be weird if you're looking for me? No, you can drop into a stream. Plenty of people have. It would be weird if you wanted to do more than that. You're welcome, Joey Beavis.
Like, honestly, if I don't bring it up, then you leave for another time.
There is the St. Lawrence North Market, which is usually a farmer's market on Saturdays and an antiques market on Sundays. It's being rebuilt just to the north of the St. Lawrence Market on the other side of Front Street. Any good gyms downtown? I am not the person to ask about gyms. Would you take Uber down DVP and Gardner Express? If that's on the way from where I was going, I see no reason not to. It looks like they're cleaning up in there. And there's a Market Street. Thank you, Leith. That's always a nice street, although it's kind of a mess right now. Yasuki Art Room, that is correct. The Banksy street art is very soon. Have you ever experienced a taste of pape? I didn't know that was a thing. Carlos says hi from Texas. This is a nice part of town. It's a bit of a contrast from where I was earlier. I don't know if that was suspicious or not. Alright, so this is the big row of patios on the Esplanade. Greetings in the Canary Islands. Alright, Yasuki Art, are you ready for your big moment? I had a request to show the Banksy art. And there we go. I'm actually gonna, there's some music playing, so I'm gonna mute it. But there's the Banksy. All right, there we go. Andrew P. Nielsen donated $3.81. Good footage. Thanks and all good. Thank you, Andrew P. Nielsen. I'm guessing that was a Streamlabs donation. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you again. You're welcome, Yasuki Art Room. I'm probably saying that wrong. This is the Oh man, we hit the sorry guys, that was a bit of a music minefield. So all these patios, the old spaghetti factory, and all these places seem to have rather cold ass looking patios. Dylan Reynolds, are you planning on meeting up with the Ken Continuum someday? Eventually, but if I were coming to the Esplanade, I think I would be going into the Keg. Gerald Jones works at Expectation. That's neat. I'm assuming they have heat lamps in here. Keg gives you free cake on your birthday. They do. Maybe they do have heat lamps. Alright folks, if you like the Esplanade, this is the spot for the time being. That is where you want to be. You'll freeze your nuts off in the other places. Ruth Chris is better. That's not even a comparison, Brad. You can't compare a $40 meal to a $140 meal. Yeah, generally the heat lamps aren't that effective, but since they're in kind of a tented off area, I think they'll actually work pretty good right there because he cut down. We will have to take Dylan there for his 18th. I will. What do Torontonians eat to drink and keep warm? I don't know, Eddie. Yep, this is back of the Hummingbird Center, O'Keefe Center, Meridian Hall, whatever you want to call it. It changes its name every day. Soon it'll be the Dylan Reynolds Center. What time are we at? We're at 3:30. All right. My goal is to make Dylan a star. There's a look at the South Core District behind the CN Tower. Dylan wants to show me around Pickering. Dylan, would you be in a video? It's a big needle in the sky. It is. Felder or Dos Anjos? I'm gonna go Paul Felder. I'm also going to take Michael Chandler over Tony. That's right. Tony Ferguson gets KO'd by Mike Chandler. I think that fight will be announced very soon. Sorry for the brief MMA talk. This is Young Street. come to Dundas Square. We started at Dundas Square, Gabriel. There's a good NCAA football game on tonight. There's the future Dylan Reynolds Center. There's a look up at 1 King West. There's the Toronto, is it the Dominion building? It's now a federal government office. Used to be the O'Keefe Center in the 70s and 80s, and then it became the Hummingbird Center, if I'm not mistaken. I always remember watching TV commercials where they're advertising there. I think the Pantages Theater was a little more known. I Should Bread. For some reason, whenever I read OJ, I think of the Juice, Mr. Simpson. That's neat, Monica. Thanks for including Pepsi in your description there. Missed the Flatiron Building. Daisy, I've streamed right by there recently. Say hi to Leanna, please. Hi, Leanna. Greetings, Paul, in Holland. The Gold Building is the nicest in the city, says Lisa, with its real gold in the glass. I think there's about $70 worth of gold in every pane of glass. There's the CN Tower. Hey, it's some Bay Street pigeons. Gotta wonder what the heck they're up to. Bookish, that's $70 worth of gold in each pane of glass in like late 1970s money, I believe. I think in today's dollars, it's a lot more than that.
Yeah. It took me like a full hour to see right there.
Man, I'm walking straight into the wind right now. Alright guys, we are on a mission to King Station. We're at 23,000 steps and change. I guess that midnight stream I did last night kind of contributed to the earlier or higher than usual step count for this time. This is Wellington. Thanks, Mark. Gerald Jones in Brampton. Lauren Jurgensen says cheers. Thank you. And we're what's up, Puya? Thank you, Susan. Rob watching from Cannington. I don't even know where Cannington is. King Taps, So Good Bar. King Taps had some coronavirus problems and they got shut down. Why can't I tell? The non-wide. Just walking through a water fountain. Starting to get a little cold. It's all good. Maybe I should have something a bit thicker today. Used to work for Videodrome. You're welcome, Daisy. Hi, Susanna. You're here for the moment where I turn the camera off. Thanks to everyone who super chatted and sent the donations. We got one Streamlabs donation and a few super chats. Thank you very much. Thank you for being good sports in the chat, and for everyone who came back after my first misfire. If you do want to support the channel, there is a Patreon account you can sign up for, and channel membership available on the main page. They're both pretty much the same thing. You could do either or you could just subscribe, watch the videos, and hit like. Meet Josh. Monica, you live in a great neighborhood. Dory's Sandbox, that is your second super chat today. We didn't have too many of them, but I definitely appreciate the ones we get. So thank you, Dory's. High fiver with the $2 super sticker. You guys are getting these in right at the buzzer. Thank you, High Fiver. I should have threatened to end the stream a long time ago. Just kidding. Do I have OnlyFans? No, but I have a chatterbait that can use mine. He doesn't have chatterbait. But thanks again, guys. Definitely appreciate those buzzer beaters as well. I'm gonna hit the end button right now and head in. I gotta go home and edit the video, and then I gotta come right back out and come pretty much right to where I am right now. So I got a lot of running around to do. All right, guys, have a great Saturday.